Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Coffee and Confidence with yours truly, Christina Abad, your favorite love and relationship coach. And I'm so excited to be here. We're a bit late, right? It's about to be afternoon. I mean, you can still enjoy our coffee this afternoon. But it's been a rough week. Baby girl and I have been a little under the weather. So you guys, health first, your health is your wealth, right? But I really wanted to come on and share a bit about what you're letting define you, right? And this is so pertinent to the times that we're going through now in the world where, right, we have people wanting to decide over other people's bodies and reproductive rights. And I really wanted to come on and share. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. And really share, some thoughts and some ideas, because here's the truth. Whether or not we realize it, many times we let outer things define us, whether those can be our past experiences, our past relationships. Good morning, good morning. And we let those define us. We let those run the show, right? How many of you can relate to going through something and having, a takeaway from that? That's hard to shake, right? I know for a lot of women who have gone through difficult relationships, myself included, I was in an abusive relationship on and off for 7 years, right? Before I had my daughter. And going through that experience, it definitely for a long time defined me. It defined who I was. It defined, right, even the labels that we use nowadays when it comes to these subjects. But there's a takeaway from there, right? There's things that you've gone through, things that you've experienced that might lead you to doubt yourself, might lead you to see yourself less than or unworthy of. And I want to share with you and empower you that you don't have to be defined by your past, right? You don't have to be defined by anything but what you choose to be, right? And I share this with you this morning. Once again, for those that are joining me here live, for those of you that get to join me later on, don't forget to like, subscribe wherever you're watching this so that we can continue to connect. But this subject is very near and dear to my heart because once again, right, like I've lived it, I've been there, and in a sense, we all have. We've all gone through certain things in our life, certain experiences that leave a mark, and it's up to you to define who you are. You don't need to let the past, right, define you. You can say thank you to the past for teaching you the things that it has, the lessons, the people that you've encountered, right? The types of friendships that you've had, the kinds of relationships, and use those markers, right? Use those markers as ways of redirection, as ways of guidance, right? How many of us ignore our intuition at times, right? We get like these hints and we have these feelings about people, right? And we ignore them sometimes, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, or, we doubt ourselves. And here's the truth, right? That comes from prior experiences where things haven't exactly planned out. And we give into fear, we give into doubt, and we define our choices by those feelings. Right? And I want you to let that sink in. Let me take a sip of this coffee, and cheers to those of you that are here with me. Once again, right? I could have let this virus or whatever it is that I have going on, infection, define how I showed up today, but I really wanted to share this because these are conversations that we're having with ladies that are part of the group. If you haven't joined yet, please do. The link is in my bio, the Driven and Desirable Ladies group. We've been talking about this precise thing, right? The things that we feel, right? It becomes a visceral feeling as you think about it. If you perhaps were cheated on, or perhaps, something traumatic happened to you when you were young, it creates this imprint, right, in your body. These feelings come up. And then you start making choices and making decisions, and you become, right? You become that person again, right? In that moment, you become that person that went through those things. And I want to share with you, although there are things that we go through that, of course, leave a mark in our lives, they don't have to be the things that define you. They don't have to be, right, how you operate. You can use that, use the experience, use the lessons to make better choices, to redirect yourself, right? I know one of my ladies was currently, she was really excited. She was dating someone she thought was great. And it came to the point where she realized it wasn't what she wanted. It was a big disappointment for her. And for many of the women that are part of my community, we're so hard on ourselves. You're so hard on yourselves. And I want you to realize that you are your biggest judge, your biggest critic. And it's in those thoughts and those ideas that you take yourself back, right? You limit yourself to what's possible for you. And I was so proud of my client because she actually took that. And she took that disappointment and redirected and realized that, this was guidance for her. This was guidance for her to not settle for less. This was guidance for her to continue, right? To thrive when it comes to dating, to not limiting her options, to opening her heart, to being vulnerable and being unapologetically her, right? And I share this with you because this is what I do when I work with my clients. And it's so inspiring to watch other women own their fears, own their disappointments, and not let that define them, but use that as redirection, use that as guidance, and knowing that you get to have more, that no matter what happened in the past, that doesn't have to define you. That doesn't have to end all be all, right? That you get a second chance, right? You're here and now, brand new day, right? Coffee and confidence. You get to confidently try again, confidently go at it again. And that's the thing. Many of us focus on the things that haven't gone right. And once again, create this persona and become defined by those events instead of letting those just be lessons, right? And once again, it's so important that you realize that how you speak to yourself is everything. There's certain ways that we think about things that send a message to our own subconscious, that send a message to yourself, like how you think about yourself and how you hold yourself, and it can be tough, right? I know for myself, I had a lot of shame around being in an abusive relationship. I definitely my confidence took a hit, my self-worth took a hit, and I did let it define me for a while, and I had to come to a point where I realized that the shame and feeling those feelings and those thoughts of, I can't believe I let that happen to me, or, I can't believe I stayed in there for that long. Like, I had to get past that. I had to stop repeating the same story in my mind, in my head, right? In my body, because I would feel the feels, right? I would feel the fear. I would feel the hurt. I would feel the anger, and let that go, and let the shame go, and let the disappointment go, and realize that I get to do it over. I get another chance. I get a chance to do it the way that I want to do it, to do it right, to do it with new information, right? With new values and a newfound confidence, right? I got the chance to redefine myself. And this is what I teach my clients now, how to heal from past experiences, how to use the disappointment, the hurt, to reinvent yourself, to rediscover yourself, and become the woman that you truly want to become, so that you can enjoy your best life, have healthy, lasting relationships. But it all starts with you. It all starts with you redefining and healing and really knowing who you want to be and what you want to stand for in life and how you show up in the world. So with that said, I want to share this because coffee break, right? Once again, I want to share this because We still have a couple of spots open for my brand new 12-week program, Confident Radiance, where I, and an intimate group of ladies will go through this process together, healing, rediscovering yourself, and really thinking about who is it that you want to be. So many women are now stepping into, right, the workforce again after these 2 years we've been hidden away because of COVID. A lot of women are now stepping out into these new roles, starting to date again, new careers, and are finding themselves in a new place where rediscovery and reinvention is necessary. And it's so key that you don't get lost or confused or held back by the past, by those past ideas, past experiences that you've already gone through, but actually use those to build yourself and this new you, this new reinvented woman that you want to stand for in the world. And once again, I'm super passionate about this because if it wasn't for my daughter and knowing that I want to be a different kind of woman, a different example, I wanted her to see me and be proud, be proud. And I didn't want her to ever feel shame. And that was my initial, right? That was my initial spark into getting myself out of that relationship and healing and really making the changes that I needed to myself. But now, right, years later, I get to do that for myself. I get to see this new aspect of myself, these new lessons that I learn as I date and I meet new people. It guides me, right? It shows me what I want, what I don't want, what I'm standing for, what I'm not standing for, what I'm settling for, or what I'm unavailable for, right? And how I don't want to ever settle for less, how I deserve the best, so does she, and so do you. And so I'm super excited once again to share this with you. If this is something that you would be interested in, please reach out. I'd love to give you more information on the 12-week program, Confident Radiance. You can go to confidentwithchristina.com and apply for a quick call and we can see if you're a match. And yeah, once again, if you're ready to rediscover yourself, reinvent yourself, and let go of the past, heal the things that have been bogging you down, then this might be for you. Let's chat. But with that said, once again, know that you are the only one that can define who you are. You are the only one that can make that choice. And I hope, and that's my hope and my dream for many women, that they choose themselves, that they choose love. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what relationship you're looking to work on. The most important one is your relationship with yourself. You're going to have, right? Everything can fall apart, but you'll have yourself. So with that said, once again, have an amazing day. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.